From the Opelka Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching The Press Row. We're brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. You can go online right now and order your pizza at papajohns.com. Time for Inbox. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell. We got your questions and we're going to answer them here on video. Let's get right to it with Greg. Greg says, now that OSU has finally found a good defensive coordinator, how many teams will come calling for him after the season is over? Oh, the gloom and doom has started already, Barry.
Well, I tell you, there's some good news here about Glenn Spencer, is that he's done a phenomenal job. Everybody will be interested in Glenn Spencer, but most schools don't come after defensive coordinators. They love offense. They like to hire offensive coordinators as their head coach. Defensive guys, generally not as much in the spotlight, so I think there's a very good chance Glenn Spencer sticks around Stillwater for a while. Now, I think he's an excellent coach. I think he's a good head coaching candidate. I would be interested in him. I think schools ought to look at defense more. But the truth is, they don't.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think he generated some interest last year from some head coaching positions, but maybe at lower levels. I think now he would probably not look at moving to maybe a lower division team or a low-level D1 team. I think he would want to move somewhere that's a pretty good program as a head coach. And, you know, I'm with Barry. Right now, offenses, that's the way that head coaching hires are trending. And whether that's right or wrong, that's just the way it is. So I think people will come looking. I think maybe give it another year before he's really in a position maybe to command a job somewhere else. But clearly, he's done a fantastic job. No doubt about it. Really spectacular what's going on in Stillwater. All right, back to the inbox. This one comes from Mitchell. Mitchell says, for Knight to play, Trevor Knight to play really well and poised in tough Manhattan in cold and wind is impressive. Blake Bell is done, I think.
I think he's probably right. I think Mitchell's probably right. I think we have entered the take two of the Trevor Knight era. I think this one probably holds. I think the Sooners have played very well these last 7 quarters. You know, Trevor Knight got 7 quarters at the start of the season. Now he's got 7 quarters on the back end. This back end much more impressive. The Sooner offense looks like it can be competitive at a high level. The run game's at really at a high efficiency. Knight's throwing is much better than it was. I think Trevor Knight's the quarterback.
Well, and if you think about Trevor Knight and the situation right now, he's played tougher opponents in this second stint and been better. He's played this second stint without Trey Millard, injured since the in-between time that Trevor Knight started at the beginning and now is back. So he's got some things trending against him, and yet he's playing better. He just looks more in control, obviously throwing the ball a lot better. Not perfect, but definitely as good or better in most cases than what we saw out of Blake Bell. Blake Bell had that fantastic game at Notre Dame, and I think everybody thought this is what he can be. He's going to replicate it. He's going to do it again. And it just never happened. We just never saw him as good again as he was at Notre Dame. That consistency was lacking, and I think it ultimately is what cost him. All right, back to the inbox from Tom. He says, please explain the logic in the OU-OSU game being played in the morning. I know TV dictates, but can the schools just say, no way?
No, they can't say that. I mean, they've signed it over. They've taken the blood oath. They've taken the money. Here's the deal, fans. If you don't want your games in 11 o'clock in the morning, then you have to come to grips with the fact that some of your games won't be on television. We all want our games on television. Fans like the games on television. Schools like the money. This is the penance. You have 3 windows. You got 11. You got 2:30. You got the night. And it's just the way it is. Television has to have those windows to pay this kind of money. That's the way it is.
Yeah, no, they can't say no way. That's exactly right. And I think teams would like. Schools would like to maybe have a little bit longer for their fans to know when games are. That's a bit of a problem for people. You commit to go, but then you got to wait until a few days before, 6 days sometimes before to know. That's kind of the beauty of this. We know almost 2 weeks ahead of time when this game's going to be played. You may not like it, but at least you can plan for it. Frankly, I like 11 o'clock kicks though, Barry. I mean, I'm not a fan. I go to work, but it makes my day a lot better. I get up, get going, home before the evening news. I like it.
I like 11 a.m. and night games.
Yeah.
2:30 is what I don't like.
Yeah.
Kills you today on both ends.
Totally agree. All right, back to the inbox one last time. Timothy's got our last question. I think maybe this is our best team at OSU since 1985, when that team had Thurman Thomas, the War Pigs, on defense Leslie O'Neal, Rodney Harding. What do you think about that, Barry?
Well, I don't don't think this team is as good as the 2011 team, for crying out loud. Now, its defense is better than 2011, but 2011 was very opportunistic. Big turnovers on the 2011 team, and that 2011 offense had Whedon and Blackman and a preeminent offense that this team doesn't match. So I think 2011 is clearly better than the 2013, and frankly, I think you're selling the 88 team short. The great offense with Gundy and Hartley Dykes and Barry Sanders. When I think of the best OSU teams, I don't think of 85. I would put 84 ahead of 85, but I would put 2011 ahead of them all.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree that this is not the best team in the 2010s. I think 2011 was a better team. I think the defense was below this defense, but the offense was so much better than this 2013 offense. I mean, and that's not saying that this isn't bad offense. Not saying that defense in 11 was bad either. It's just slight degrees. But I'll tell you what, if this team wins Bedlam, goes to Fiesta Bowl, and wins the Fiesta Bowl, they're at least in the conversation of one of the best. And that's saying something. We thought this could be a pretty good season. Then after that West Virginia loss, if you just said this team has a chance to win the Big 12, go to the Fiesta Bowl, potentially win that, and win 12 games, I mean, most people would have looked at you like you had two heads. So this has been a major accomplishment for this team to stay in it and have a chance to accomplish what they could. It speaks a lot about where these Cowboys are. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.